The crisis in the Lone Star State. More than 14 million Texans now without safe drinking water as the fallout from severe winter weather continues. Cities, including Austin, Houston, and San Antonio, under boil water notices until Monday. Some residents even using snow to flush their toilets. Over 197,000 homes and businesses are still without power right now. But that is a major improvement from the over 4 million outages that were reported during the peak of the blackouts. Joining me now, former Texas governor and former energy secretary Rick Perry. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chair. I'm
so glad you're here. Also joining the conversation for the entire morning, James Freeman and Brian Benberg are with us. And, well, you know, Governor, I'm from Texas, as you know. We've talked about it, and it's so sad to see what's happening down there. How are things today?
Well, we had really low temperatures last night, so it's a continuation of the cold weather. The good news is the forecast is to get above freezing later in the day and to stay that way for quite some time today before it dips below again tomorrow. But, you know, here's the is that, yes, this was a black swan event, if you will. It was a one of a kind, maybe the only type of event in 100 years. But we should have been recognizing that we hadn't weatherized properly our energy supply, energy generation companies out there. We talked about this back in the mid-2000s that these types of things needed to be done, and you know, it's a real problem. And the governor and the legislature is correct in looking at how this happened, why it happened, to make sure it never happens again. You know, some of the things that people have talked about is that the federal government should come in and regulate the Texas grid. I think that's an overreach. Let's find out what happened. When I think about what's going on in this country today, having been the Secretary of Energy, having worked with the national labs, we've watched the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in an extraordinary victory for technology. Why not bring in those national labs, working with our universities in Texas, working with the state of Texas, find the solutions to our energy needs? We know we have to have a diverse energy portfolio. Listen, wind was a problem here, but it wasn't the only problem. We had problems across the board. So let's bring in some of the smartest minds that we have in the world, and that's in our national labs, working in a partnership. That's where a state and the federal government can be really good partners from my perspective. The University of Texas, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, I mean, these institutions have great minds. Let's find the solutions to these energy needs that we have. How about compact fusion reactors? How about small modular reactors? That technology will give us a diversity of base load, because that's the real key. We lost our base load, which historically has been natural gas, coal, and nuclear. The philosophical desire of the left to push all of those out the door was a real reflection of bad decisions, bad vision. Let's have a diverse energy portfolio. We can do this, but we can't do it if we're sitting around pointing fingers at each other and grousing and going on like we're seeing now. Let's just settle down. Democrats, Republicans work together, find the answers to our energy needs in this country, and at the same time, address the needs of the climate. We can do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and certainly, you know, with oil prices, you know, falling for a second day, we're slowly production is starting to come back. I mean, this really shows you we need fossil fuels, and you can't just come in and make everything green, and that's a whole nother debate. But that damage at some of the state's largest refineries, I'm hearing it could take weeks to repair, and that there's going to be these longer fuel shortages. So, Secretary, you know, what concerns do you have about recovery? And I mean, we need this recovery to start yesterday.
Well, correct. And we've had these big natural disasters, and that's what this is. This is a natural disaster. We've had hurricanes that have come in that have impacted our infrastructure. We'll get through this. People are suffering right now. We know that. I mean, being without electricity for the days that we've seen, without drinking water. I mean, this is a major crisis, and we've got to figure out how it never happens again. So we'll get the refineries back up and working. Right now, the focus needs to be on getting these generators up, people with power, these water treatment plants back working, so people know that they can be safe, that they can take care of their families.
Well, I mean, I think the one thing I couldn't believe, and my whole family has been going through this as other Texans have as well, is the fact that they're telling folks to boil water, but they don't have water. They don't have a supply. It just I don't understand this at all.
This is unacceptable. I mean, I talked to the mayor of the last couple of days, and we disagree on maybe some of the grid issues and who needs to have oversight on the grid. But what we do agree on is it's unacceptable, and we've got to work together and find the answers to these challenges that we have. Now, Lord willing, this won't happen for another 100 years. But if you're going to be a leader, if you're going to stand up and say, I want to lead this state, I want to lead this country, you need to be having these conversations about here's what we need to be prepared for. Let's talk about winterization for a second. How do you get the companies to do the winterization? Do you give them an incentive? We did an incentive program back in, I think, the mid-2000s to reduce the emissions in the state, the Texas Emissions Reduction Plan. We used the franchise tax as the bait, if you will, to get these companies to transfer over to these new efficient fleet engines. Why not do the same things with the power companies rather than coming in and demanding that they go, spend money or have the legislature pay for it? Find the middle ground.
Secretary Rick Perry, the former governor of Texas, we are all praying for the people of Texas. It is a great state. That's what we call it, and it's going to be great again. Thank you, sir.
Indeed.